If you're convicted of a crime in Kansas, your personal liberty and freedom is in the hands of something called the sentencing grid. Well, there are actually two sentencing grids. Like the name sounds, they're comprised of grids that direct Kansas courts on how to sentence anyone convicted of most felonies, with a few exceptions. The sentencing grid determines the outcomes of things like whether or not you'll go to prison, how long that prison sentence will be, and whether or not you'll get a chance at probation first. The determining factors for the grid include your criminal history, the severity level of the felony which you've been convicted. For example, if our friend Dave has a criminal history score of H, which is defined as 2 or more misdemeanor convictions and no felony convictions, and he's found guilty of a level 9 non-drug felony, his prison term sentence will either be 6, 7, or 8 months in the Kansas Department of Corrections. In addition, Dave's sentence will also be what's called presumptive probation, meaning that unless the court finds certain extraordinary circumstances, Dave is going to be allowed a chance at probation instead of going directly to prison. There are also aggravating and mitigating circumstances that the judge can find when sentencing somebody. Aggravating means worse, such as if the victim was a child or an elderly person, and mitigating circumstances means not quite as bad, such as if the victim was an aggressor or an actual participant in the criminal conduct. So if the victim in Dave's case was a child, for example, then the judge will likely find that to be an aggravating factor, bumping his sentence up to 8 months. While this may seem small, the differences increase drastically as the severity level of the felonies increases. Keep in mind, too, there are also laws called special rules that make a difference in sentencing, like previous convictions or whether you were on probation or parole at the time of the offense. There are also two different grids, one for drug crimes like the possession, sale, or manufacturing of controlled substances, and one for non-drug related crimes. There are also some crimes that are off-grid or non-grid crimes, for crimes that are either too serious or are punished differently, such as by sentence to county jail instead of prison. For more information to discuss criminal sentencing in Kansas, or if you or someone you know has been charged with a crime, call us and schedule an appointment today.